store. Could be a nasty day on the roads tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, tomorrow not as bad. Monday looks really bad as a whopper of a storm system is going to come dangerously close to our area. That's going to bring snow to people, especially in Iowa. So get used to this scene. Look, a little cold out there today, but wait till you hear about the temperatures coming up in weather. Saturday evening, everybody. Kind of a messy road situation out there tonight, and this is why. Let's take a look at the radar summary over southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. You can see a batch of moisture moving across southern Minnesota into southwestern Wisconsin. A lot of that is light snow, but some of it freezing drizzle. So the roads are definitely icy out there, especially the side roads. Let's take a look at your forecast daily planner for tomorrow. 15 degrees tomorrow morning, and I'm not joking here, everybody. -1 by noon tomorrow, the way it appears, and 5 below by 5 p.m. And wind chills dangerously cold, 30 to 40 below. Wow, our high temperature today here in Austin, our current temperature at 28 degrees. That's right on the average. Our low temperature is 9. There you see the records. 25 below in 1958. I don't think we're going to get that cold over the next few days. We're going to be well below zero the way it appears. Just a little bit of precipitation out there, but of course, you don't need much for it to get icy out. And there you see the sunrise and sunset right around 9 hours of daylight. The good news is we are not losing much daylight now, and things will start to rebound as we head into January. Currently here in Austin, cloudy, a little bit of light drizzle still out there. It's 28 degrees, dew points at 21, humidity 74%, and the wind chills at 20, so not bad right now. Current temperatures over southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. You get the picture. We are in the upper 20s to lower 30s, but that's going to change drastically over the next 12 hours. And here's why. Satellite loop, first batch of moisture moving east out of the area. We're keeping our eye out here over North Dakota and northern Minnesota. That's some snow that'll be moving in late tonight and early tomorrow morning, along with some bitterly cold air out of Canada. Let's take a look at the radar summary from over the upper Midwest. There's our first batch of moisture, and a second batch of snow will be moving in within the next 5 to 10 hours. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a quick inch of snow by tomorrow morning. Okay, now let's look at the satellite loop over the lower 48, and we'll put the jet stream over it. Here's where all the action is, a powerhouse jet stream over the central portion of the United States. This is where the action is going to be over the next 48 hours. That's why we're expecting a major winter storm to spin up over Nebraska and Iowa tomorrow, producing big-time snows for those areas. There's the low-pressure system going to be moving east and northeast on Monday and Tuesday. Bitterly cold Arctic air will be moving down into the region. Temperatures below zero the way it appears for the next several days. And there's that low-pressure system once again moving east-northeast. If the low-pressure system tracks a little bit further north, we could get into the heavy snow here in southern Minnesota. But right now, it appears Iowa is the best bet to get half a foot to perhaps a foot of snow by Tuesday morning. Let's get to your forecast for southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Cloudy and mild tonight. Don't get used to this, I should say, John. Watch out for that widespread light snow and areas of freezing drizzle. Roads will be icy. Temperatures will start to fall by tomorrow morning. Clouds will break tomorrow, but that's not going to help. It's going to be windy and dangerously cold. Temperatures falling to below zero by evening. Your 6-day forecast brought to you by Stadheim Jewelers of Albert Lee, Austin, and Mason City, the area's leading jeweler since 1953. There it is. This is not a joke, everybody. Look at those temperatures. Perhaps some accumulating snow on Monday, and then again on Thursday. When it's this cold, John, you can expect some snow, so hopefully we'll get some.
All right, thanks, Tom. Sports is next with Jesse.
We've got a whole batch of...
This is live from the Austin Holiday Inn, where he's been hanging out with some legends of rock and roll. You having a good time out there, Tom?
Yeah, we're having a blast. We have food, we have drink, we have a 6-pack behind us that's actually a 4-pack. How are you doing, gals? You having a good time? It's a blast here tonight, Dan, no doubt about it. Actually, let's put the animation in motion, and we're going to tell you a little bit about the weather. There's some cool air dropping out of Canada into southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. The cool air is going to stick around for quite a while. Don't expect any 70s for a long time, and we'll have information on a storm reaching the upper Midwest later this weekend coming up in weather.
All righty, sounds good. You do have a clue of how horribly overdressed you are for this party.
Yeah, I don't know what my costume is. All I know is there's some great costumes, and we'll have somebody the Wicked Witch of the West will be with us in a little bit.
All right, sounds like a lot of fun. Thanks, Tom. Halloween parties that the city of Austin really has during the year. And our own Tom Novak is there, and he's enjoying all the fun. What's going on out there, Tom?
I'm going to try to get through this. This is a blast. We have people in costumes. We have food, drink. We have, of course, a band behind us here at the Holiday Inn in Austin. Unbelievable, a great time. And there's a costume. There's going to be a costume winner here tonight. And I'm with three of our contestants right now. We have Rip, the upper Midwest, and that doesn't look like it's going to change for about the next 6 days, the way it appears. Let's take a look at your daily planner for tomorrow. There you see it. Temperature's actually fairly mild for this time of the year in the morning, with a high or with a low right around 23 or 24 degrees. Our temperature will climb to near 30 tomorrow, but strong northwest winds will make it feel colder, and then the temperature will start to drop, and I mean drop like a rock as we head into tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. In fact, I expect low temperatures below zero by Tuesday morning. There's your radar summary. Currently at the present time, just a few light snow showers and flurries around the area. This snow is not going to amount to anything, so do not expect any travel problems for tonight except for a little bit of blowing snow on the highways. High temperature today here in Austin at the station was 27 degrees. That's 5 degrees below the average, which is 32. And our overnight low, 10 degrees, which once again is 5 degrees below the average low temperature. And there you see it, 22 below is the record low for this time of the year. I don't expect us to get that cold, but we're certainly going below zero the way it appears within the next 24 to 36 hours. No precipitation. There's the sunrise and sunset, and once again, just a little over 9 hours of daylight currently, and we are still losing sunshine. Cloudy right now here at the station. It's high clouds. Temperature is at 27 degrees. Dew point's at 19. The wind chill, 2 degrees above zero. We're going to be hovering right around the zero mark as far as the wind chills are concerned for the next 24 hours. Temperatures, current temperatures over southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. You get the picture. We're basically in the 20s to near 30 degrees. I expect the temperatures to only drop about 3 to 5 more degrees tonight, which would give us a low temperature in the low to mid 20s by tomorrow morning. There are the wind chills. That's the big story tonight. Strong southwest winds are creating a wind chill of 3 below in Rochester. Wind chills are a little bit warmer as you head east into the river valleys because the wind is not affecting them as much as it is us here in Austin and Rochester. Satellite loop over the upper Midwest. There's the first band of clouds bringing a few flurries to our area tonight. We're keeping our eyes on a little bit of a spin up here in Manitoba. Those clouds are going to sink south and east during the day tomorrow, once again bringing us a few flurries, but more importantly, bringing us some really cold weather. Let's take a look at the satellite loop over the lower 48 and southern Canada, and we'll impose a jet stream on top of it. The reason why we're so cold is because the jet stream is diving out of Canada into the central portion of the United States. That's unlocking some cold air, bitter cold air that will be flowing south into the upper Midwest, and the jet stream is strong on the East Coast. That produced a snowstorm in North Carolina. What's going to happen over the next several days? Well, the weather evolution gives you the story. Cold air locked in place. The jet stream will buckle as warm air rides up along the West Coast. That unlocks the Arctic air down into our area from Canada. We're talking cold, once again, below zero, the way it appears by Tuesday morning, and hopefully we may get some snow out of this. Certainly the cold air is in place, and that's what we need. Let's get to your forecast for southern Minnesota and northern Iowa tonight. Plenty of clouds, blustery again tonight, but mild for this time of the year. Low temperature around 23 degrees. Tomorrow, plenty of clouds, blustery again. Similar day to today, a few flurries, high temperature only around 30 degrees, and then falling like a rock late. Your 6-day forecast brought to you by Stadheim Jewelers of Albert Lee, Austin, and Mason City, the area's leading jeweler since 1953. There it is, John. Cold, cold, cold. Good 10 to 15 degrees below average temperatures, the way it appears for the next 6 days, and perhaps a big snowstorm this weekend.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
Yep.
Let's take a last look at weather.
An important look at weather. It's going to be cold. There's your 6-day forecast. We might have to watch for that storm system on late Tuesday and Wednesday. It appears that the accumulating snow will be south and west of us. Jesse, what the? And then perhaps a bigger storm system late Saturday and Sunday.
All right, a lot of fun going on out here today. Jesse playing with his Tickle Me Cookie Monster, and a little cold out there to play soccer, but you know, we know how much you like soccer, so we'll give you the soccer ball. These toys on the set for Toys for Tots, and if you have any toys you would like to donate for the Toys for Tots program, bring them on down to the station, and we will put them on our set. Jesse will have fun playing with this all night, I guess.
My son would love that Cookie Monster.
I think Jesse's already got his hands on it. That'll do it for Region 6 News for this evening. Don't forget to join Terry, Carrie, and Brian tomorrow on Good Morning Region 6.
If you are a
Well, the weather situation looks like it might be kind of stressful for some people the next few days.
Right on the nose, snow, snow, and then cold. It's going to be a nasty one out there tomorrow the way it appears. Here's a shot from the west side of Austin. You can see some sunshine late this afternoon, but thickening high cirrus clouds late this afternoon is a sign of things to come. We'll let you know coming up in weather. Good Sunday evening, everybody. We have a winter storm on the way. And in fact, let's take a look at the radar summary. We're going to take a look at the radar summary from the upper Midwest. And this is going to show you snow developing over Nebraska and Iowa and pushing north and east into southern Minnesota. What that basically means is that we're going to be in and out of the snow the way it appears through the day tomorrow before tapering off tomorrow evening. Let's get to that daily planner for tomorrow. There you see it right around 0 tomorrow morning with some snow, 3 degrees by the afternoon with snow, and 1 degree by tomorrow evening. So the temperatures are not going to move much, and I'm expecting a fairly significant amount of snow. But I want you to also take a look at the wind chill factors, 30 to 40 below during the day tomorrow. Just an unpleasant day. If you can, try to stay indoors. Currently here in Austin, we have cloudy skies. It's actually just starting to snow as we speak. Actually, our high today was 28 degrees. That's right at the average. Our low was -6, which is well below the average, of course, and there you see the records. Precipitation, just a little bit of a few spits of snow last night and some freezing drizzle. There is your sunrise and sunset with about 9 hours of daylight. Currently here in Austin, outside the station, it's cloudy. Some snow is just starting to fall. It's at 2 below 0. The dew point's at 15 degrees below 0. Humidity's at 54%, and the pressure starting to fall at 30.28 inches. The wind chill's at 18 below. Current temperatures over southern Minnesota and northern Iowa in the single digits below 0 and just a little bit above 0 in northern Iowa. I don't expect the temperatures to climb much more than 2 or 3 degrees tonight, but at least temperatures will be rising. There's the massive cloud shield and a large storm system starting to develop over Kansas City as we speak. Moisture overrunning the cold dome of air is producing the snow under these clouds. The clouds will only get thicker as we head through the night and tomorrow with, once again, quite a bit in the way of snow, it appears, for our area, and especially as you head south and east of here. Let's look at the satellite loop over the lower 48, and let's put the jet stream over the satellite loop. There's the action, a powerhouse jet stream riding just south of us. That's where the storm system's going to develop, and it's going to move east-northeast towards the Great Lakes, producing a swath of snow across much of the Midwest. Areas, if you live in Iowa, portions of Iowa may receive in excess of a foot of snow by this time tomorrow. There's the jet stream and the storm system that'll be pulling away on Monday and Tuesday. Down comes the frigid Arctic air right out of Canada, pushing the warm air to the south. Get used to this, because this is going to be our pattern throughout the week, with perhaps another storm system late in the week, which would be Friday into Saturday. Weather evolution for the next 24 to 48 hours, storm system pulling east-northeast to about Chicago by late tomorrow. There's the snowfall totals. Look at that. In excess of a foot of snow for eastern Iowa, northern Illinois, and a dangerous ice storm in northern Missouri and central Illinois. Yeah, it's going to be nasty not only here, but south of here. Let's get to your forecast quickly for southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Cloudy and cold tonight. We know that. Snow will be developing. Wind chills, they're cold also. Temperatures slowly rising, actually. And then tomorrow, there's the winter weather advisory. Cloudy and cold, widespread snow, heaviest as you head south and east of Austin. There you see the accumulations with nearly steady temperatures in the single digits. Your 6-day forecast brought to you by Stadheim Jewelers of Albertley, Austin, and Mason City, the area's leading jeweler since 1953. John, you don't want to look at this, but you better. It's going to be cold through Wednesday, then warming up on Thursday and Friday with another big storm system the way it appears for late this week.
You know, and we want to mention, too, be safe if you're out there. Be careful because of the very, very cold temperatures. And we've got our Pet Connection segment coming up.
Liking them. I've been liking my whole life. Well, now his family is taking the school to court. Today, the Minnesota Civil Liberties Union announced it has filed a lawsuit in federal court against the new Prague School District. School officials say they're worried Rocky's refusal to remove the green and gold would embarrass the Vikings receiver. The ACLU says the school violated Rocky's right to free speech. Wow. Boy, oh boy.
I love football, but I think that's taking it a little bit too seriously.
I think so too. But something we should be taking seriously is probably this weather.
Yeah. We have a storm that's developing, and we have a big day in store for us tomorrow. We're going to go from calm conditions in the morning to near blizzard conditions by tomorrow evening. I'll have that information coming up in weather.
Shop the holiday.
Friday evening, everybody. You've heard about the big storm that's on its way. And yeah, it looks like we are going to have a storm, especially tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. But let's take a look at the radar out of the Twin Cities. And here's the first wave of moisture moving up out of northern Iowa into southern Minnesota. This wave of moisture has dumped a good ½ to inch of snow here in Austin just within the past hour or two. So don't be surprised if some areas receive 1 inch to perhaps 2 inches of snow over the next hour or two, let's say by midnight over southern Minnesota. Let's take a look at the radar summary over the upper Midwest, and you can see there's that first area of moisture. And I'm a little concerned because look at how this moisture is starting to wrap back now around what looks to be a low pressure system developing over Iowa. That means some big things for us, because if this storm intensifies, we could have a little bit more snow than what is anticipated. We'll have to watch that closely tonight. Make sure you keep it tuned here. We'll have some updates for you tomorrow. Okay, let's take a look at your daily planner for tomorrow, which of course is Saturday. Tomorrow morning, not bad. Some snow, a beautiful morning. Temperature around 20 degrees and winds will be light. But don't let that fool you, because take a look at what happens by noon tomorrow. Winds pick up out of the northwest. Still some falling snow the way it appears, and wind chills start to drop. And look, by 5 p.m. tomorrow, the bottom drops out. Temperatures start to fall and wind chills drop to 40 below with severe blowing and drifting near blizzard conditions by evening the way it appears here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Right now in Austin we have cloudy skies. It's actually snowing outside also. It's 16 degrees. The dew point's at 9 degrees. Our humidity's at 73%, and there you see the pressure at 29.79 inches. It's on the way down. And bundle up out there because the wind chill is at 8 below. Let's take a look at the satellite over the northern plains and upper Midwest, and what I want you to key on is right here in central Iowa. That's a little bit of a twist in the clouds. That's what I'm concerned about. That's an intensifying storm, which means we're at least a lock the way it appears to get a good 2 to 4 inches of snow by tomorrow morning, especially over southern and central Minnesota and Wisconsin. Take a look at the satellite loop over the lower 48 portion of the United States. Powerhouse jet stream roaring just west and south of us. That's creating a trough here in the central portion of the United States, and right on the nose of this trough here in the central portion of the United States in Missouri, that's where storm systems like to develop. That's why we're expecting heavy winds tomorrow and blowing and drifting snow and low wind chills. Take a look at the weather evolution. The trough stays in place over the next couple of days. First storm system moves north of our area. A second one moves in on Monday, which will just increase our chances once again for snow on Monday after this bout of snow tomorrow. One last weather evolution. You can see the storm system pulling north and east during the day tomorrow. That's going to produce some snow over Minnesota, perhaps some heavy snows over Wisconsin. And how much snow are we expecting? Well, let's take a look at this graphic. Here it is. 5 to 8 inches just north and east of us, 2 to 4 inches in our area. Let's get to your forecast for southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. For tonight, cloudy, mild night. Not bad out there at all, but watch out for some slick roads, Aaron. Periods of snow. It's snowing out there right now. Temperatures will be rising to near 20 degrees by tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow, here's the bad part of the forecast. Cloudy and turning windy. Not bad tomorrow morning, but don't let that fool you. Blowing and drifting snow by late in the day. Temperatures falling throughout the day. It's just going to be miserable by tomorrow evening. Your 6-day forecast brought to you by Statheim Jewelers of Albert Lee, Austin, and Mason City, the area's leading jeweler since 1953. All in all, just a cold and snowy forecast, Aaron.
Doesn't get any better, does it?
No, it certainly doesn't.
Okay, thanks, Tom. Well, the weather certainly didn't stop some folks from bringing in toys for tots this evening. Now, these folks from the Dexter Firefighters Relief Association dropped off $1,000 worth of toys.
Day of relief from any winter storms today as we check in with Tom Novak. But Tom, it looks like more activity is on the way.
That is correct, John, and good evening, everybody. Yes, another winter storm is on the way for southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. Let's take a look at the radar. This is the Minneapolis radar, the last frame of the radar. You can see to the west of Minneapolis over much of southwestern Minnesota, snow is starting to move in. That snow is moving east. In fact, let's take a look a little bit further out and look at the north central radar. There's the snow, some of it now heavy over eastern South Dakota and eastern Nebraska. That's all headed our way, John. I hate to say it, but I think several inches of accumulation of snow are on the way for tomorrow, and I'll give you the details on that coming up in weather.
All right, thanks, Tom. Well, as we know, much chance. Well, are you still looking for the perfect? We've got more snow on the way, and it seems like we should be getting used to it by now, but seems like you were saying we were going to really get hit hard in this one, the brunt of the storm.
Yeah, well put, John. You know, we've had several snowstorms that have kind of skirted by us, dropped a few inches here and there, but we haven't really received a direct hit here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, but I think that's going to change tomorrow. We'll let you know about that coming up in weather. Well, good Sunday evening, everybody. I feel like a broken record, but more snow and cold is in the forecast. Let's take a look at the snow first. Minneapolis, St. Paul radar. We're looking off to the west of us, and there comes the snow moving straight east out of southwestern Minnesota into eastern Minnesota. The atmosphere is kind of dry here in the lower level, so it's going to take a little while for this snow to reach the ground, but I expect that to happen after midnight tonight here in southern Minnesota. Over the north central plains and upper Midwest, this is what we're worried about. Snow just west of us, some of it coming down at a pretty good clip over eastern South Dakota and eastern Nebraska. And as you can see, all that snow is headed east into southern Minnesota. That's why we are expecting a snowy morning and afternoon tomorrow. In fact, let's take a look at that daily planner for tomorrow, which of course is Monday. Temperatures actually starting to rise later on tonight. We're going to be at about 3 degrees by tomorrow morning with snow, some of it potentially heavy, 10 degrees by noon with more snow, and then the snow starts to taper off by tomorrow evening with a high temperature right around 13 degrees. Wind chills and winds start to pick up by tomorrow night, which is why we're expecting considerable blowing and drifting of that snow by tomorrow evening. Currently here in Austin, clouds are starting to thicken out there. Our temperatures at 1 degree, dew points at -8. That gives us a humidity at 65%, and the pressure is falling rapidly now at 29.94 inches. And since the winds are calm, our wind chill is also at 1 degree. Temperatures over southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, colder as you head east. Temperatures are starting to rise as you head west of us, and that's going to be the trend for the rest of the night. Here's what we're looking at, a big swath of clouds, a large storm system now gathering strength over Nebraska. We're expecting this large area of clouds to move over us, and along with that will be the snow. And that's why by tomorrow morning, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a good 1 to 2 inches of snow on the ground. Let's get a little bit further out and take a look at the lower 48. And we're going to impose the jet stream on top of that satellite loop, and this is the key. You always look for these dips in the jet stream because in these dips, which are called troughs, that's where the air is uplifted violently, and that's where we get some strong storm systems to develop. One of these dips are in the eastern portion of the United States. That's why all the severe weather happened there yesterday and today. And here comes another vigorous lift in the atmosphere. That is our storm system for the day tomorrow. Now let's take a look at the weather evolution, and we're going to show you what's going to happen with the jet stream. Here's the storm system over the east. That's lifting out of the United States, but there's our storm system for the day tomorrow. It starts to exit on Tuesday, but look at what happens. Another dip in the jet stream and another storm system develops for late Tuesday and especially Wednesday. And in other words, folks, the same old stormy and cold weather pattern appears likely for the next 3 to 5 days. Weather evolution for the next 24 to 36 hours. Low pressure over Kansas City will move north and east into southern Michigan, and that's going to give a large swath of potentially heavy snow right over southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. You got it right, and I'm not kidding here, everybody. 5 to 8 inches of snow appears likely right overhead. That's why I said that southern Minnesota and northern Iowa may receive finally a direct hit by one of these snowstorms. Let's get to your forecast. It's an important one. For northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, thickening clouds tonight, John. It's going to be cold as usual. Isn't that a broken record? Snow will be developing within the next 2 to 3 hours. Temperatures rising. Now tomorrow, there is a winter storm warning right now for Iowa, John. But I think they might extend that into southern Minnesota, so don't be surprised if we are under winter storm warning. Cloudy and breezy, cold, widespread snow. Look at those accumulations. Winds picking up by the end of the day. Your 6-day forecast brought to you by Stadheim Jewelers of Albert Lee, Austin, Mason City. Of course, the area's leading jeweler since 1953. Snow tomorrow, snow Wednesday, then perhaps a break later in the week.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome.
Well, Jesse's in next.
I'm Jesse Abnauer.
In Austin, Teresa Ebrio, ABC, Region 6 News.
The babysitting class is open to all young adults from 11 to 15 years old. It costs $20 to sign up for a class, and if you'd like more information, you can contact the Mower County Red Cross at 507-437-4589.
Got some new recruits for me now with the young tykes.
That's right, some more trained-in kids.
That's right. We could always use those, too.
Yeah?
Because Mom and Dad need a night out every once in a while.
Tell
Sure
me.
Right, Tom?
Oh, that's for sure. Two
Might
young
need one
kids.
after.
you
No
need a
one's
couple
going to be
nights
going
out.
anywhere tomorrow night, though, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys, we do have a big storm on the way. And not only for here, but this storm's going to affect much of the country with snow. And take a look at these kids. I believe this is in Austin.
Yep. Plenty more snow where that came from,
Plenty
too.
more snow where that came from. We'll let you know how much coming up in weather.
And now, your Region 6 weather with meteorologist Tom Novak.
Good Wednesday evening, everybody. Here we go again, another winter storm. Let's get right to the watches, warnings, and advisories. Here's what we have already: a winter storm warning over west central Minnesota, snow advisories and winter weather advisories for the south central portion of the state, and here's a winter storm watch in the blue. All in all, what that means is that we're going to get some snow. It looks like by tomorrow morning. In fact, let's go get to your daily planner for tomorrow morning, which of course is Thursday. Temperatures actually rising overnight into the single digits. I'm expecting some fairly heavy snow to develop by noon, and then the snow will finally taper off by late in the afternoon. But by then, we may have a good 5 to 8 inches of snow on the ground here in Rochester, Austin, and much of southern Minnesota. High temperature, or actually the statistics here in Austin, our high today was 10 degrees. As usual, well below the average, and our low temperature was 3 degrees, which is also below the average, but it could be worse. It could get down to 33 below. Precipitation, nothing in the snow bucket, and there's your sunrise and sunset, a little under 9 hours as sunlight is concerned. Right now in Austin, it's cloudy, 10 degrees. That's of course our high. Our dew point's at 1. 66% is the relative humidity, and we have a light breeze out of the north-northwest. Temperatures across southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, mostly in the single digits or low teens. I expect temperatures to drop about 10 more degrees this evening before they start to rise later tonight. Why are they going to start to rise? Well, that's because clouds and snow are starting to creep into the Dakotas and into western Minnesota as we speak. It's this area of snow over North Dakota that's going to slide south and east into southern Minnesota. That's why we are expecting snow to break out by tomorrow morning, by about sunrise tomorrow morning, and then increase in intensity by tomorrow afternoon. Satellite loop confirms where the snow is located. There's the thick veil of clouds moving into western Minnesota. Yeah, if we see just a few stars tonight, that'll be it, because the clouds will be thickening throughout the night. Let's go a little bit further out and take a look at the satellite loop over the lower 48 in southern Canada, and we'll put the jet stream over it. There's a powerhouse jet stream over the southern portion of the United States, but that storm's weakening. We're keeping our attention up to this portion of the jet stream that's going to buckle in the central portion of the United States. That means a trough's going to form, and in that trough, that's where we get a storm system. And not only for us, but it appears that this trough is going to move east towards the east coast, and that could mean a major winter storm for much of the country. Take a look at the buckling trough over the eastern portion of the United States. Cold air dumps into the region, and a monster storm system develops over the east coast this weekend. If you have relatives or planning travel in the east coast, watch out. That's what they call a nor'easter, and that means significant snow, not only for us, but for New York City, Boston, places like that. And there you see the snow evolution. 3 to 5 inches, 5 to 8 inches across much of our area. It's going to be snowy by this time tomorrow. Let's get to your forecast for southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Plenty of clouds tonight, cold, but I'm not expecting much in the way of snow tonight, you guys. Until about sunrise tomorrow, temperatures will start rising after midnight. And then tomorrow, there it is, a winter storm watch for all the area. Cloudy, breezy, still cold, snow, heavy at times. You get the picture, high temperature in the teens. Your 6-day forecast brought to you by ABC Seamless of Austin and Albert Lee. They are the renewal by Anderson Window dealer. Big snows on Thursday and cloudy throughout the weekend the way it appears. Cold, but hey, a warm-up by about Tuesday.
I think we
How
deserve
nice.
it too. With
think
that
so.
big snow coming, my back hurts already just thinking about it.
I'm thinking of some snowmobiling.
Yeah, well, maybe, yeah.
The end
The
result.
glass is always half full with you, isn't it, Tom?
Yes, it is.
All right,
Thanks a lot, Tom.
New DW.
And an upgrade of our winter storm.